Today we are going to discuss that what exactly DevOps. DevOps is nothing but a mechanism in which two teams like development teams and operation teams are combinedly working with each other onto a particular project or a particular product. Now the thing which or the main mechanism that why DevOps comes into the picture is called agile methodology. Now methodology is nothing but a cycle, a software development cycle in which we are doing a release to a particular product and we are doing some fast track development to achieve a particular high end product. Now we create a lot of sprints in the agile methodology from a particular list of features, and then we make a track at how we are going to proceed further with these sprints, and we develop these sprints and deploy to the production environment, and the whole methodology is called as agile methodology. Now what exactly the goal of agile which leads to implementation of DevOps is a faster development, less issues and bugs should be there, faster delivery of features, more time for the QA and testing team to do perform the testing, and to reduce the efforts in case of bugs and requirement changes and all those things. Now these agile goals are implemented due to the implementation of DevOps. Now DevOps is nothing but a implementation of is a combination of a couple of teams like development teams and the quality assurance and the operation teams. Now DevOps itself is a combination of Dev and Ops, which Dev means development team and Ops means operation teams. Now development teams, why we are combining all these three streams into a DevOps engineering. Basically the idea is to pick up some items, some loose items from each branch, and then combine them into a single entity, so that the team should be working into a collaboration. They work with the particular defined collaboration with each other and create a environment in such a way that the product should be engineered into a particular mechanism that the performance should be very high of that particular product. So this is the whole scope of why we are going for the DevOps implementation. Now the goals of DevOps is automation, orchestrations, and frequency. Automation is a key to each the implementation is quicker development, high quality. So for all these things we require automation. So automation is the key important thing which we are looking forward for the DevOps here. Now in order to achieve DevOps we need to have automation, need to create some standardization, we need to have a collaboration between the dev and operation teams, and we need to have a positive culture in our whole environment, so that we can achieve a better understanding of the implementation of DevOps. Now there are certain benefits in DevOps. There are certain technical benefits that the quicker development is there. People will not wasting a lot of time on the development. The complexity will be reduced. The bugs will be reduced. And on the business side, obviously the quicker development is there, so the time sheets and the efforts, the manual efforts will be less. So that will directly impact the beneficials on the business side and the monetary sides. And if the business is increasing day by day, and we are achieving less fast delivery, so obviously the business will also be beneficial. So these are the some benefits which we are getting with the implementation of DevOps. Now some people were using, or some organizations using DevOps in the industries, Flickr, Netflix, Amazon, Twitter. These companies are basically providing implementation of DevOps. So they are providing a lot of implementations, lot of deployment to the production environment on the daily basis, and that helps to implement a DevOps. And that's the reason why they are providing a robust system, and on day by day they are providing the functionalities to the production and features to the production as compared to the other financial companies and all. So these companies basically have made their setup in such a way that they can easily do a deployment like 10 plus day deployments per day, or even the daily deployments they can go forward. Whenever they want to implement some change, they can go for the deployment in production. So like this one, they have implemented DevOps. So these are some organizations who are either creating, like AWS and CA and Cloudbees. They are providing some DevOps tools. But other companies like Amazon, Flickr, Netflix, Twitter, even Pokemon Go, or some startups application like this one, they are implementing DevOps onto their daily to daily activities. So we have a continuous, we have a lot of features like continuous delivery, continuous deployment, continuous integration into the DevOps space, which helps us to implement all these features, and helps us to achieve the production deployment on daily basis, or either or multiple times a day. So this is a whole pipeline which comes under DevOps. So we have agile development till the code and develop build part. In the integrate part, we can add continuous integration until we can integrate the test cases with the build procedure, so that we can check whether our build is successful or not. And then we can go for a continuous deployment, which is nothing but releasing to the test environment or the dev environment. And if we go for the continuous delivery, we can deploy to the production environment, and on the, if we include our monitoring system, Nagios like New Relic and all, so the whole space comes into the DevOps here. So this whole lot of tools will be using in each phases, and all these tools are comes under the DevOps here. Now this is a complete tool chain in which the build is going from developer to the Jenkins is checking out the code from GitLab, then it's running some test cases, JUnit, some quality gates are there, Sonar Cube, Sonar Type, Java Pathfinder, Jira is there, and then if the quality gate is successful, it's going for the deployments on the environment, multiple deployments using Chef, Puppet, Ansible. So these are a lot of tools which is integrated with each other in the whole DevOps space. These are some nutshell, like Chef is there, PowerShell, source control is there, like Git and Subversion is there, Jenkins is there, Docker is there, Kubernetes is there, Azure, AWS is there. So a lot of tools are there into the DevOps space. So you can see here in the plan we have Git, Subversion, build we have Maven Cradle, test we have JUnit, Selenium, Puppet we have in deployment, Ansible, New Relic. So a lot of tools are integrated using Jenkins into the whole space here. So the DevOps skills which is required here is the virtualization experience, the scripting experience, and we have some skills like Chef, Puppet, Ansible, Jenkins is there, Git Subversion. So these skills are New Relic. These skills are basically used to have a mechanism to apply for a DevOps skills or a DevOps opportunities.